We are going to go through our periodic table notes. So let's start with the essential question up here at the top. What is the periodic table? Well, you can see this picture right here. This is a very, very shrunken down version of the periodic table of elements. You might have seen this in other science classrooms, maybe even on TV or something. The periodic table arranges all known elements in order of this thing called atomic number. So it basically just organizes all the elements. It can be arranged in periods and groups. So the rows that go from left to right are called periods. And then columns that go up and down, like you see me drawing right here, those are called groups. You'll learn more about this in 8th grade, but I do want to get you familiar with these terms. Now, what is on each individual periodic table square? You're going to have this thing called an atomic number. It will be a number up at the top of the square. This comes in handy because it's an easy way to locate your elements on the periodic table. I might ask you to give me the name of the element with an atomic number of 14. You can use your periodic table to look for number 14 and locate that element. And a nice thing is the way that the atomic numbers are organized. They go in order from left to right. So starting over here at the top left, that's number 1. Number 2 is over here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then etc. It keeps going from left to right. Next is the chemical symbol. That's this big thing in the middle right here. This is basically just an abbreviation for the elements. Then underneath that, you'll always have the element name. So this element's name is silicon. And then underneath it, you'll have the atomic mass. Now remember that every single element is made up of atoms. And this is just the mass of one atom of silicon. So each element has a chemical symbol, as you saw up here with silicon. Its chemical symbol is Si. This is another way we identify elements on the periodic table. For example, I might ask you to give me the element's name that's chemical symbol is Si. You'll look on your periodic table and you'll be able to tell me that is silicon. So an element gets its symbol from its Latin name. And normally it is pretty, makes a lot of sense to us, like Si, that's the first 2 letters in silicon. But every once in a while, it'll get a little funky on us. That's because the symbol is from the Latin name of the element. So for example, lead in Latin is plumbum. So the chemical symbol for lead is Pb. Now in English, that doesn't make any sense. But now that we know that the Latin name for lead is plumbum, you can see that it gets the chemical symbol from the P and the B. Last, the first letter of each chemical symbol is always capitalized, as you see up here. And the second letter is always lowercase. That makes sense whenever you see the chemical symbol Si. You can tell that's a capital S, lowercase I, easy. But sometimes it gets a little tricky. So look at the chemical symbol for aluminum. You have to realize that that is a capital A, duh, we know that, but that kind of looks like a capital I. If I didn't have this knowledge up here in this point above, I might think that. But now you know that that is actually a lowercase l. So aluminum is an element, capital A, lowercase l for the chemical symbol.